Hello dear friends. I couldn't upload the video yesterday because I had a meeting, but today I am back to normal. Opinion piece. Always vibrate high. Final exams. The Art of Ecstasy. Consciousness and Oneness. Life, love, laughter are light. You are divine and you don't know it. You only get what you give. Discipline of Transcendence. Laughter is a great meditation. Solar yoga comes from Lemuria. Life begins where fear ends. There are 4.5 billion starseeds. They are often the black sheep of families. They wanted to experience duality and contrast. This humankind was crowned with glory and honor. New call to awakening. Wake Up Call by Meyer. Creativity is the greatest rebellion of existence. Let's start. Life and love heal us. Heal all. So, where you have both, stay. Laughter is the best medicine unless you have diarrhea. Only laughter makes a human being rich. It doesn't matter whether you are loved or criticized, respected, honored or defamed, crowned or crucified, because the greatest blessing in existence is to be yourself. If you love yourself, others will love you. Life begins where fear ends. Life is not a technology or a science. Life is an art, and you have to feel it. It is like walking a tightrope. Creativity is the greatest rebellion of existence. Love cannot be taught. It can only be felt. Forget the idea of becoming someone, because you are already a masterpiece. Don't pay too much attention to your misery, so as to not feed it. Listen to your inner self, because it constantly gives you clues. First, life. You have to become more alive, intense, full of enthusiasm and joy. You must not withdraw, because when you find yourself full of life, affection begins to arise by itself. What can you do with life? What will you do with all this overflowing energy? You have to share it. That is love, sharing your life energy. And in that moment, when you share the energy that emerges from your life, all sadness disappears, and life is then a hearty laughter. Laughter is tremendously relaxing. It is a great meditation. If you can laugh totally, you enter into a space of no mind and no time. The mind lives on expectations, but laughter comes from beyond. Seriousness is a sin. It's a disease. Laughter is of tremendous beauty and gives you lightness and wings to fly. Life is full of opportunities to laugh and to cry. All you need is sensitivity. Fulfilling these three concepts, the fourth appears immediately and is the reward of the beyond. Then the light descends, and the instant the light enters you, you become enlightened. That is the meaning of the word enlightenment, according to Osho. Just a candle cannot burn without fire, so a humankind cannot live without spiritual life, said Buddha. Man doesn't live by bread alone. Human being doesn't live by bread alone, said the Master of Nazareth. Understanding. Awareness and unity are the greatest enemy of the social engineering programs of the wicked. It is necessary to have some knowledge and understanding to identify the true meaning of the global programs, so as not to fall victim to them, says Meyer in his Wake Up Call. Conspiracy theorists are classified as negative doomsayers, when the opposite is true, because they are the true seekers of truth. Debit-based money indebts people and makes them debt-dependent. Humankind has undergone intense and profound brainwashing, so profound that the positive has become negative. The sheep live in a world of illusion, where democracy is promoted as freedom when in fact it is the opposite, where 51% rule over the other 49%. This is why the concept of anarchy was changed to rebellion, when in reality it means self-rule. The majority of humankind remains unaware of what is really going on around them. They live their lives unaware that they are being controlled and used. This matrix is now broken down to the core, but it will not surrender evil peacefully. The full transition will take place when you reach the required frequency level. It's very important that everyone keeps their thoughts high and positive. The sooner humankind realizes the illusion, the better it will be for all of us. Do not be afraid. Let it be a challenge for each of us to contribute to reaching our full potential. Our world is filled with an enormous amount of misinformation, distortion, half-truths, deceptive mirages, propaganda, and brainwashing. Your consciousness is taught in the school of the third dimension. Those who pass the final exams move on to the new world of the fifth dimension, where life is sovereign. The pillars are love, affection, respect, sincerity, and help. Many 3D relationships break up when other partner succeeds and the other has to repeat the 3D school or another 3D planet. New and longer-lasting relationships become the norm in 5D. Only 1/3 of us are expected to succeed. Ideally, 100%, but this is a free will decision. We incarnates are here on Earth to explore and experience a world of duality, where trials and reconciliations are the norm and the driving lever of this learning. A world of polarities where consciousness evolves through opposing experiences. Sometimes you are incarnated in one state, and sometimes in another one. You are brave, and you knew beforehand that the Earth School is one of the most difficult in the universe, but you also knew that you would never lack support, even if you forgot who you really are. You were never alone. There was a real protection mechanism that was always guided you and will continue to guide you until the end of this journey. That is, until you are returned home, but it cannot protect you from your own stupidity. Teaching. Michael Love conveys the transition from the old world to the new in more detail. Over the centuries, cosmic beings have brought inspiring and hopeful messages to humankind, but now we give this special teaching on personal frequency and ascension. As humankind was created some 450,000 years ago by advanced fifth-dimensional geneticists who came to Earth. These early Earth humans were created with only 2 of their 12 possible DNA strands activated, creating lower levels of consciousness. These 2-stranded Earth humans were the natives of planet Earth. Their descendants still inhabit Earth today. However, another species of humans arrived later and began living on Earth with indigenous humankind. This other species is as humankind as the native humans on Earth, but it is not from planet Earth. These otherworldly humans came from fifth-dimensional galaxies to assist terrestrial humans in their unconscious evolution. These benevolent star beings are called starseeds, and they are nothing less than angelic beings in human form. This humankind was created slightly inferior to the angels, but was crowned with glory and honor. Pleiadians. The fifth-dimensional star children knew before coming to Earth that the best way to help raise the frequency level of Earth's native humankind was to blend in as one of them to provide this help from within. The star children agreed to lower their density and descended into the lower physical realm, incarnated as children of Earth's native humankind. This descent to Earth was accompanied by a state of amnesia about the journey itself and about who and what they really are. Furthermore, the starseeds accepted to begin their journey on Earth without their higher supernatural abilities intact. About 4.5 billion of these starseeds are walking on Earth today, but because they have lived so close to third-dimensional humans for so long, many assume that this is who they are. A starseed human is no better than a native human. They just usually have an extra strand of DNA and operate at a higher level of consciousness. You are divine. This species difference is perceptible through one's consciousness, which is why young starseeds are often the black sheep of a humankind families. They often feel that they do not belong or that there must be something wrong with them. In time, and as one's consciousness evolves, the truth behind this difference is revealed, and then one accepts and even begins to embrace who and what one really is. You are a divine being who came to Earth with a great mission. You are here on Earth to help humankind develop their consciousness, to experience this process with them. As part of the Earth Collective, you are working to evolve your own self back into the higher realms from which you came. Make no mistake, this has been the most difficult mission ever undertaken in the universe, and you knew all that it entailed before you came here. Before you left on your mission to Earth, you made a beautiful plan that included every detail of every life you would experience here. You planned for the wonderful things that would happen to you, and you also planned for the not so wonderful things. One might ask, why would I prepare for adversity in this way? We know the answer, and we were with you to help your plan. You did it because in the state of perfection where you come from, where there is no duality and no contrast, you wanted to experience the duality and contrast of the third dimension and see how you could overcome it. You contemplated what it would be like to descend from a perfected state and lower your vibrational density. You were aware that lowering your frequency equates to pain and suffering. You first considered the benefit of alleviating the suffering of others. So, after your contemplation, you made the courageous sacrifice yourself on behalf of all humankind and the cosmos. Then you closed your eyes, took a deep breath, and together with all the others, jumped from the heaven to earth and came down here. Here you are now, standing strong and conquering the whole world. Since you arrived, you have changed things drastically and positively. Not only have you raised your frequency level and evolved your being to higher levels of consciousness, but you have also raised the frequency of this entire realm. Vibrate ever high. The Pleiadians have a simple elementary teaching that says, vibrate always high. A high frequency is a basic requirement from conscious evolution and ascension, and beyond this basic requirement, if their vibrational level is high enough, they have access to abilities no less than supernatural, superpowers. They could shift at will into alternate realities, and the body could become immortal. All this would be just the beginning. What is personal high frequency? It is simply the acceleration of one's own subatomic frequency. allowing for higher levels of consciousness. What does this high vibration feel like? It is the most incredible feeling of all, which you experience when you fall in love. It is the feeling you get when you hear a great song. It's a feeling of awe and bliss. And it's when you are in the flow, in the zone. It's when your spine tingles with pleasant shivers, when a tear wells up in your eye, and when you get a lump in your throat. It is the highest feeling in the universe. To progress to faster frequency dimensions and to perceive and experience its wondrous realities, one must practice certain practices that will raise one's own frequency. Nothing is more important than raising one's vibration, because amazing levels of perfection can be achieved. Ultimately, this perfection has no end. Techniques. These are the main ascension techniques for raising the inner frequency. You are what you eat, so it is necessary to eat high-frequency foods for light body development and ascension. The golden rule is to always eat natural, energetic foods, known as superfoods, which contain higher energetic and nutritional levels and promotes optimal cellular functioning in the human body. Always drink plenty of pure natural water, rich in magnesium, potassium, calcium, sodium, and other trace elements. Another solid way to increase cellular frequency and raise the level of consciousness is to be in nature. If you look closely, you will see that everything powerful, good and healthy comes from nature. Nature radiates the field and essence of life itself. This knowledge is the knowledge of the Master. Nature attunes you to the power of the universe and heals all that ails you, so get close to it. Yoga on solar energy is a quick and powerful way to raise your frequency. Solar yoga is the Vedic yoga, the Vedic Dharma, called the yoga of the sun, and was called by the ancient Lemurians the yoga of light. The ancient solar yoga receives intelligent cosmic information through the humankind's eye. The universe is the mind, and meditation is the tool to operate it. Pleiadian deep transcendental meditation is a powerful way of raising one's frequency, greatly increasing the level of consciousness. Meditation also produces profound and tangible healing results. In addition, meditation can completely reprogram the unconscious mind and enable the rapid physical manifestation of anything imaginable. Meditation creates special states of consciousness that allow direct access to the unconscious mind, which controls almost all physical life and is the source of all physical manifestations. Practice visualization and focusing on your desires while meditating to greatly enhance your manifestation abilities. Crystals are powerful natural ascension tools that modulate etheric energy in various ways to benefit the body's auric field. Get to know the different structures and functions of crystals and keep your favorites close to the body's electromagnetic field. True breathing is the prelude to deep meditation and is a powerful way to raise your frequency quickly. Breathing in and out, slowly and deeply, changes the brain waves of vibrational rate, which is induction to different meditative states of consciousness. This slow, deep breath work is also one of the fastest techniques for the body and mind known. Sound is another powerful ascension tool that can directly raise vibrational levels. Sound is a primary creative force of consciousness that can be used in various ascension modalities, such as music, chanting, mantras, positive affirmations, tuning, and rhythms. Like a resonant tuning fork, the body's code tunes to different frequencies of sound. Art forms energetic movement, and being creative or creating things are also powerful ways to raise one's frequency. As a divine and creative being, one is most attuned and fulfilled when one creates. This is because as a universal creator, this is your primary nature. The Pleiadians teach that light is information and that darkness is simply the lack of information. To have light and to be light, one must spend time each day gathering authentic knowledge on many subjects. Gathering original knowledge raises one's frequency and expands one's level of consciousness. And most importantly, have fun with it. Always have fun. Love, life, and laughter. If something or someone is not fun, its frequency is low. In everything we have presented here, it is crucial to approach everything as a small child and just have the most fun with it. If it's not fun, see why it's not fun and start making it fun. Laugh and play every day with whatever you do, and have fun. Do only what you love to and enjoy every moment of life. Live life to the fullest, because that is the whole purpose of life. Doing things that you like and make you feel good will make every particle of yourself work faster than the speed of light. Ascension requires affection, and love is the highest frequency. Love with all your strength and all your being. Love yourself and others with all your heart, mind, and soul. For in this way, all the laws of the universe are fulfilled. You only get what you give, and this is the secret of love. Give yourself nice things and do nice things for yourself and others. An important form of love is to block and protect yourself from the lower toxic energies. Learn to say no and set new safe energetic boundaries in your life. Do not allow low and depleting energies, including toxic people, environmental toxins, and three-dimensional matrix toxins, to enter your space. You are the highest being in the entire universe, so start behaving accordingly. Be sovereign in your actions. Thank you for coming to Earth at this time to help all humankind. We applaud you for your effort and courage and all that you have achieved. You have changed this world just being present. Without you, the high frequency wouldn't be possible, and for that we thank you. Godspeed, Michael and the Pleiadians. God save you is the phrase, the correct translation. Thanks a lot, dear friends. And that's all for today, obviously.